Are you ready?
Last round, Trish was executed, and if you saw my reaction, I was definitely trying to smirk a little bit, point at the camera, because I really felt it was her time, and I kind of expected her to go.
I feel like everyone was super surprised, and I wasn't as surprised with that one.
She suspected it. She was just like, told you it was gonna happen, and I was sitting here like, I thought it was gonna be me. So very surprised that it wasn't me. I thought she would be in it for a little bit longer, but I want to know if like all of her answers related to Lydia, because if they did, I don't have to worry about her anymore either. But it could be anybody, right?
Trisha was like literally on top of my list. I was definitely leaning into her on the last quiz, so now I'm like, shit, am I even on the right track?
With Trish being gone, I definitely feel more confident in my path going forward, because I think it's hard to have a three-person ordeal between like me, Mira, and Trish. I don't think Mira's the mole. I definitely didn't think Trish was, and I'm right. So now that it's just me and Mira, I can talk with Mira and like assume that like it's me and her kind of thing, like, and she can assume that all she wants. I like her as a person. I think she's great. I can't keep that relationship as my number one just because Trish left, because in my opinion, she probably was second to last place on that last quiz. She is sharing incorrect information with me, information that I don't suspect kept me in the game.
I really didn't think Trish was the mole at all. It's unfortunate to see that, because if I rule someone out, I don't want to see them go, but, you know, best of luck to her, I guess.
While thoroughbred horse racing is most closely associated with Kentucky, Ohio is arguably one of the country's most important centers of standard-bred horse racing, or harness racing. For this test, you'll need to rely on your horse sense, literally and figuratively, in order to add money to the pot. And perhaps more importantly, one of you will have the chance to earn an exemption. Yes. Here's how the test will work. In a few minutes, we'll be watching a replay of a recent race held at Scioto Downs in Columbus. Before that, though, you'll individually answer a trivia questionnaire about horses.
Excuse me.
Each correct answer is worth $1. You don't need to answer all of the questions. Indeed, you can choose not to answer any, because whoever finishes the fastest will be assigned the horse with the best odds in the race. The second player to finish will be assigned the horse with the second best odds, and so forth. The player whose horse wins the race earns an exemption if they can keep it a secret from everyone else. After the race, you'll have 5 minutes to discuss who you believe received the exemption. If at the end of 5 minutes, a majority of you correctly identify who had the winning horse, you'll bank however much money you earned from the questionnaire. Otherwise, the winner keeps their exemption and no money is earned.
Anyone got horse knowledge?
I did.
My cousins live in Louisville.
I've been racehorses.
I've been looking for 2 years, but like I went to the Kentucky Derby once, so I maybe like picked up some stuff, but like
They have
I
hooves.
owned and operated.
that's kind of
They eat
where I'm at.
carrots?
Yeah.
What is the, it's not a snout, is it a muzzle on a horse? What is the nose called? Any idea?
I would say
I have
snout,
no
but I
idea.
don't.
I would have said muzzle,
Oh, well.
or like a strap, like that's what they used to like.
Are you saying their actual?
Yeah, their actual face
physical-
part, like this part of the face. I don't know what it's
It's a
called.
cylinder.
Danish warm blood sounds like a Harry Potter dragon.
Oh my god, if it's a whipple tree, that's hilarious.
Can I act like it's not my horse?
Oh my god.
I don't know what to do. I have no idea how to play this.
I always, when I don't know what to do, I go with chaos.
I like that.
That's my suggestion.
You guys got horses?
And then I'm in that.
Flag of the Noble and Sam 7th race from Scioto Downs. There at the post. Here they go.
Going
for the lead primary driver. Rose Radianic to his inside. Quick trick came away
I've
third.
never seen it like
It's
this
called
style.
totally a
This
roadster,
thing,
right?
but
It's called a
like-
roadster. It has to be. Look at it.
Fifth. Marcelo is next.
I've only seen people riding on them like they do it.
Roll little and turn. Highly requested is there for 27
great
class.
day.
1 mile race.
I would be scared to ride like that.
That a 1 to 5 favorite.
I understand how this works now. See, I
Oh,
didn't
we
understand that getting the right answers didn't mean you got a horse.
The half in
Now I
55
understand.
seconds, 28
It only
It
got
was
us
how
money in
quick
the
you
pocket.
did it was how good of a horse.
I understand.
Oh, I also
tried to get
forgot
us
that.
money.
Third, fourth, highly requested. Farthest Chivius along the inside. Marcy, Boku, Overland, Route, and Trailer. He'll have an air to 3/4. His primary driver by a length and a quarter, length and a half. Quick trick on the outside, highly requested. Trying to rally into it from fourth. They're off the turn and on their way home. 1 to 5 favorite. Is going to have to dig into close. Primary driver has a lead. Quick trick is rolling up after him as they drive for the wire. Primary driver, quick trick, primary driver, and quick trick. Get a photo. 152.
I have no idea what just.
5 minutes
But there's
discussion
2 more
time
laps.
commenced.
So, I mean, the
Okay.
easiest way to do it is just saying what we had. So I was horse number 6.
I was 7. I had no fucking chance.
I had number 1.
Number 2.
I had 3.
I had 3.
Oh, so then
Well, one of
we
them.
have a 50-50. Because you said 3, you said 3,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And 4-1, which means one of you 2 and 4.
So what was your odds?
It was 1 and 5.
What was your odds?
1 and 5. They just said
Damn.
it.
That would have been nice if one of you
What?
messed up. But
I had 3. I don't know what else to tell you.
The tension
Well, then
in the
you know
room,
what
I
you
could
know.
cut it with a knife.
So we have to, as a group, decide who.
Who's lying?
No, we have to decide who won. I thought.
Yeah, but one
Who
of us
won,
always
and if
lying.
we get the right person, then they
Yes,
don't get
correct.
the exemption,
Mhm.
and we get money in the bank, $9.
Well,
Kinda
then,
sad that
if
we
she
got
had
9.
4, then it's her.
I didn't have 4. I had 3.
Well, it doesn't matter if we guess who had 4. You don't get the exemption anyway, and we get money, which is a preferable option as someone who had horse number 7.
so defend your case.
It
Why,
wasn't
why do you
seventh
why do you
place.
not have 4?
Can I show them my note? That I wrote
No, this
down?
is like mafia, where you don't have any, you don't have anything to prove yourself, but you just have your words.
Yeah. I mean, I had 3, and it was 1 and 5. I think that me going first there was a little bit of a disadvantage because she could just say whatever I had.
I agree with that.
How fast do you do your quiz?
I did not do it very fast.
So I didn't do it the fastest, but I did it definitely fast, which is why the horse that got second place was 3, meaning I got second fastest.
That was just the lane of the horse.
That was the number of the horse.
Which is
So.
I
second
follow
fastest was 3.
that logic. Yeah. I could see that.
Because that was what it was. It was whoever got fastest got the horse that won. And it went down from there. Didn't actually matter what we got right.
Mhm.
So I know I didn't take it the fastest. I know people were coming out of there a lot quicker than I was.
I definitely took it the slowest. So, depending on how long you took, I follow your logic more than I do Tyler's. I think Tyler chose horse 4 and doesn't want to say it.
I haven't lied about any of these challenges yet.
But you have reason to lie here, so that's fine. I would lie about this too.
If you write my name down, I think that you'll regret it. I'll
Are we
say that.
writing names or like vocally voting?
No, I mean, I'm telling you right now, bottom of my heart.
I mean, in the worst
I
case
had
scenario, I
3,
give an
it was 1
exemption
and
to
5.
someone. Like, you know what?
Wait, what were the odds for 4?
It was 1 and 4.
It was 4 to
Or
1.
4 to 1, yeah.
So it's basically the same.
It's not the same at all.
5 to 1, 4 to 1 is like practically like
It's 1
you
and 5
you
or
both
4 to
finished
1.
very closely together in the test is what I'm saying. Like neither of you did it super slower or faster than the other, regardless. That's what I was saying. Sorry.
Another odds in between there.
Between
But they got first and second
between
place.
4 and 5?
Those were the
What?
odds going into the race. That doesn't.
There's
Your
nothing
odds have
between a 4
nothing to
and
do
5.
with how you finished in the race. Your odds are the pre-race results for the betting odds. So if you're a 4-1 favorite, that is a heavy favorite. Whoever finished it quickest, you. That was you. Got 4-1. 1 and 5 is a lot further down.
Okay, so
You have 1 minute
I was
left.
projected not to win because I had 1 and 5, but somehow I got second. I don't understand how horses work apparently.
Yeah, the betting odds have
None of
nothing
us
to
do.
do
We
with
got
the
9
finish.
questions right.
Okay, so it was just the numbers in
The
the
betting
chat.
odds have nothing to do with
Okay.
the results of the race. That's going into it. Odds makers will put like a 4-1 is a super heavy favorite. I didn't even see the rest of the odds there. I think there was a 1 and 7. But 4-1 is definitely a heavy favorite. 1 and 5, and it goes down from there.
Okay.
But if your argument is the odds, that has nothing to do
Well,
with
it's
the
not,
race.
but
You have
you
20
said the odds
seconds.
were 1 and 4.
No, no.
And you said 4
I'm
and
at
1.
4-1.
Okay.
It is 4-1.
4-1.
Okay, so it was 4 and 1, not 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Which one was 4 to 1?
The winning horse.
The winning was 4 to 1.
Okay.
And
My gut switched in the middle of this conversation.
Yeah,
It started as one thing.
Time
and
is
ended
up.
on another,
So
so.
did 5
So are we
minutes?
just gonna point like we're in Mafia?
Find
On
a
the back
blank
of our.
page on your journal,
Or just
write
okay.
the
around
names,
this index card.
and then we'll reveal all at the same time.
Who are voting that we think won?
Got the exemption.
Who do you think has the exemption / who do you think actually won? They're one and the same.
Hold on.
Everyone get ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Tyler, Mira, Tyler, Mira, 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 Tyler.
Is that a mirror majority?
Yeah. I had horse 4.
Well played. So no exemption this round.
Way to fight for it.
Girl, you had me convinced, man.
I felt really bad going up against
Tyler, I
because
needed
feel like
more
he's
fight
super
for you.
honest.
I needed more fight. You were not fighting.
Oh, this is actually
That's
really
really
cool.
cool.
Very
cool. That's awesome.
Mine's hanging on my fridge.
Whew. I didn't really understand the rules as much as I probably should have. I was trying to get the questions right, but that only gets us money in the pot, which gave me a really shitty horse because I just took so long on the quiz, which is fine. I probably got 1 question right, maybe 2.
I completely forgot that if you were like the fastest, you'd get a chance for the exemption. So basically, I just answered questions, didn't really care, and because I don't know anything about horses, so it was an interesting challenge. Let's say that.
I shocked myself. I did not at all think that I would get the horse with the best odds because I actually read through the questions. I didn't know what any of the answers were, so I kind of just threw out some options.
I just don't know anything about horses, so I went and did that horse test. The words, I felt like I was reading another language. I had no idea what I was doing, so, and I'm pretty sure I got last, which is fine.
I knew my horse was out of it. My horse was like 21 to 1. I wasn't winning. So I just used my game knowledge and Mafia knowledge to make it down to a 50-50 and go from there.
Matt, Greg, and Amy all filled it out the slowest. Greg was very quick on the trigger with that previous game, then he took a very slow approach this time, so his gameplay seems to be flip-flopping the most.
I don't think I want an exemption. I don't think I need an exemption. The only reason I would need it is to keep it away from someone else, because if I'm on the right track, which saved me this last round, I will continue to be on the right track, and I'm not in trouble this round.
I had to argue against Tyler, and he's really good at telling the truth. I was able to convince people for about 4 minutes that it wasn't me. But oh well.
Mira was lying about her horse, and I kind of clocked that from the very beginning, and then it kind of felt like people were kind of pushing on to Tyler, and I almost started to believe that maybe Tyler was the one that was lying, and Greg was the person who was kind of like planted the seed.
In this Mira versus Tyler debate, for me, I think my leading suspect is Mira. So I don't really care what their argument is. I just don't want Tyler to have the exemption because I think Tyler is definitely a player.
I felt so much anxiety, and even Greg commented like you can cut the tension with a knife, because you could. It was, I didn't know who to pick, but Mira kind of at the very end there, just she kind of dropped her confidence. So I just went with her because I don't know, Tyler at the beginning I thought it was him because of how he was acting, but I think he was just nervous. He wasn't lying, but it's all new people, so you can't really, I don't have a good read on them.
I can't figure Tyler out because he just told the truth and looked like he was lying the entire time. So I was like, he could, I don't know. I felt like he's been suspicious this whole time, but maybe that's like his strategy.
Mira tried to get that advantage. She had the winning horse. So we had a little bit of a duel, a little back and forth. Right away, people didn't believe me, which is fine. I'll welcome any suspicion. I'm trying to play up on the suspicious and kind of nervous energy.
You film it because it's happening, not because it's important. That's what I always said. I just like, I don't know. The way I see it is like, there was no way to know. Of course you're not going to do Wrath. When, like, you are a freaking black belt. If he did something, I would have been suspicious.
Yeah.
But also, does he not want to draw that suspicion?
I think the mole's just laying low. They're not doing it. They don't have to do anything.
Like, I just don't understand. Because even, like, look, I get it. I have a lot of notifications on my phone that I like, want to get to, and I've been trying to get to from the game. But, like, I'm here, and I don't know how much she is. And I think it's because it doesn't matter how much work she does in each round, because she could just go. So that's what I think. My last confessional, literally like an hour ago, I talked about how I trusted Trish. And then we had like a powwow of me, her, and Mira. We were the group upstairs when we were like trying to find out whose dossiers were what. And then she lost. And now I'm like, I need a new Trish. I think I know who that new Trish is going to be. I think it's going to be Amy. I want to pull aside Amy. Amy's been super quiet. I don't think anyone is talking to her. But I also have zero suspicion that she is the mole. And if she is, she's a damn good mole. So I would rather make a connection and share information with someone who I don't think is sharing information with anyone else. I think it's better for me to now be able to go to someone and say, hey, I was way off on this last one. Let's talk. And I think I can make that connection with Amy.
Amy, you can't read Amy at all. So she could be like the perfect mole, and I would probably never figure it out.
It's the same thing with Lydia. Bank on Lydia. She's such a unique human being in the best of ways. If you think it's her and it's not, you go home. And I think the same thing.
What do you think about Tyler?
I don't know much of an opinion. That thing over there was weird. Like, I thought he was lying, and then he wasn't, which was funny.
I do feel like people are thinking that I might be the mole. Mira, in particularly. And then I learned that Matt also was kind of not trusting me, which I didn't anticipate before this round.
I think the reason why I'm still here is because I suspect Tyler to be the mole more than anyone. Honestly, like, I want him to think that I don't trust him. He's not going to try to convince me that he's not the mole. I already think he's the mole, and I think it's what saved me this past round. And in the discussion that I had most recently with Trish and Mira, we had a discussion at the table about how it's probably Lydia or Nathan. I don't think that. I think Lydia's far too obvious of a choice. I don't know enough about Tyler. He's playing such an unassuming game. Yeah. And this is very much not my style. So, like, if he is the mole, it's just a very, like, underwhelming way to play the mole. Right. Which is fine. But as would be Amy. I just, like, Tyler protected the money in that round.
At this point, I think it's still a guessing game. In the last quiz, I wrote down Trish, and then she went home. So that shows you how much I know right now.
I know nothing, and I'm just gonna hope that people keep thinking that I'm the mole, because apparently that was a thing last round, so we'll see.
I'm not super certain about my guess anymore for the mole, because Trish got out last round, and our little coalition all kind of answered for the same person. So we're gonna have to go talk to some people downstairs, kind of figure out who's kind of leaning what way, figure out how Greg is voting, because we're still like an alliance.
What's the best way to put this? Exhausted mentally. Surprised I'm still in the game. very surprised. And confused.
This is so much harder than I thought it would be. And I think I've like narrowed down 2 or 3 people that I think are it, and I'm just trying to focus on those 2 or 3. And if my suspicions are off, so be it. I'd rather lose trusting my gut than sporadically answer questions and try to be broad.
The mole wants to get the exemption, right? So he had every opportunity to lie if he wanted to. That's true. But maybe I'm not understanding the purpose of that game.
Fair.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Do you have any mole knowledge before this? Or,
I watched
the
new Netflix season.
Gotcha. You did Survivor, right?
Yeah, mostly Survivor. So it's just like, this is a new way of thinking.
Gotcha.
I don't like that I need to like be deceptive but not, you know.
What is the difference for you, do you think? Which one do you like?
I get to choose who I like in Survivor and roll with them.
It's kind of just,
I don't need to lie to the people I like.
True.
And this one, it is worth my while to lie to the people I like, but also not, because I want them to share information with me, you know?
Right. Yeah. Because they have to get information some way. You can't be totally chaotic.
Right. Right. If I'm totally chaotic, no one wants to talk to me.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I don't have a lot of opinions because I know I'm one of the people that probably people have more opinions about because I talk.
Right.
But I hope I don't know.
I still think it could be a few people. I would say Greg is still my number 1 suspect.
Top suspects right now are Greg, Tyler. I don't know, Nathan's making it up there just because he's acting very sus.
I'm really very strongly suspecting Mira. I think sometimes some of her reactions seem a little put on.
I feel like if I pinpointed the mole at this point, that would be sick. But I've been picking different answers, trying to spread it out, but a lot of them relate to the 3 people I'm thinking are the mole. So now I'm just confused. Until one of them gets eliminated, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
Matt and I got to catch up and see what's going on. And now that my original coalition partner is out of the game, it is vital that I get information somehow. And it seems that a lot of people are coming to me with information, asking me questions as I've played before, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't think people think I am the mole, which is not exactly what I want. I have talked with Matt. We're gonna try and throw each other's names out, and because we don't really think it's each other, so it benefits us to have more subterfuge on us. Causing chaos is so much fun.
The one person that I'm pretty confident, again, that I can really rule out, that I don't think is the mole, and that I actually trust and actually just built a coalition with, is Nathan. So Nathan came to me and basically said that he had a coalition with Kyle at the start, and obviously that didn't go well. So he was kind of looking for someone to confide in, I think, and we both kind of came together and said that we don't think each other is the mole. You can see he's really like watching people, taking really good notes, is I think really trying to win this game. So I think he's someone that I can work with moving forward.
I am trying to work with Nathan now, and Nathan's like my number 1 because I'm pretty sure that we both don't think each other's the mole.
I do think your Amy thing could be onto something. I'm looking at Matt, I'm looking at Tyler. I don't think it's you.
I don't think it's you. I know people who think it's you.
Who thinks it's me?
Well, that's who got brought up at the Trish and Mira conversation at the table. So they brought up you, and they brought up Lydia.
We'll see.
So I said, I'm not doing that. I didn't say that to them, but I said to myself, I am not doing that. Because look at where we're related to Trish. The fact that she suspected you in any way.
I think she was going on Lydia though. Do you think?
Maybe she probably banked out on Lydia, but like they were talking about you and Lydia.
It's interesting.
So, I don't know. If that's what you wanted to think, keep it up. But like, I think Mira's going to be a little bit more off that trail now and be suspecting someone else, which is just another person to be right. If it is Matt, Amy, any of those other people.
Right.
Like, obviously you want to mislead her.
Yeah.
So if you want to bank into that, if you're not the mole, but you want her to believe you are, great. I don't
Of
think
course.
I have no reason to believe it.
Yeah. I mean, good strategy for sure.
So I don't even know what a good strategy this is. I'm just fucking winging it. It's great.
If the mole is Greg, I'm losing because I haven't answered him for anything. And I feel like I'm like too far in at this point to like completely switch up like that because unless there was like a real reason.
On the previous quiz, I had little to no answers on Matt and Tyler. If I find out that one of them is the mole, I will be completely floored.
People have been really comfortable kind of sharing their information with me and being open with me about who they think is the mole and you know, what their strategy is going to be moving forward. So I think that's really working for me right now. If I can make it further in the game, I think I'm gonna have to throw a little bit more moley suspicion on me. But I think right now I'm kind of in a sweet spot of, you know, being the guy that people trust and that they're gonna share their information with me.
I'm scared to eliminate anybody, but if I had to be anybody, it'd be Matt. But I feel like if I rule him out completely, I might screw up.
This is the round I went out last time, and I mean, what can you say, man? It is just vital that I do not go out this round. Maybe it's my destiny. Maybe this is just the round I meant to get out. But if I make it past this point, I consider it a win.
I'm just thankful that Mira didn't get that exemption.
I can't wait to get a margarita later. I'm a couple hours away, but that's all I have for you.
Welcome everyone to your third execution. The pot currently stands at $51.
Ooh.
In a moment, we'll display your names one at a time. Green screen is good, red screen is bad.
Mira, of course, had a chance at an exemption. We get to see if she needed it.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
No way.
Oh, thank Jesus.
I know.
Oh no!
Oh man. Wow. Wow.
That does not surprise me at all.
Why is surprising?
I think some people are fairly surprised.
It was fun. I didn't really think I would be good at this game, so I'm not like surprised that I'm like third out, but it's fine. I had fun.
Oh my god.
Have you ripped another sheet out?
Yep.
Oh, are we really ripping sheets out? Because that makes me sad.
Only if you're dramatic.
I've been drawing little gravestones on them.
Whoever is the mole is probably doing a better job than I guess I give people credit for, maybe.